century just fell right into our laps.
She did?
Goods under the hood, junk in the trunk, and down for a bumpy ride.
What was it? What's that?
It's like some pervert in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay.
Junk in the trunk and down for a bumpy ride. I just think his line read on that's really fun.
The hobby of the century just fell right into our laps.
She did?
Goods under the hood, junk in the trunk, and down for a bumpy ride.
And down for a bumpy ride.
Goods under the hood.
Goods under the hood, junk in the trunk, and down for a bumpy ride.
Great, great. I love just objectifying someone as a car.
Yeah.
You know how we like to make love to a car?
Okay. Coming to you live from the Mushroom Kingdom, WKBAG Studios, Wario, K. Rule, Bowser, Andros again, and this is Video Games, a Comedy Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Schmidt, and today we say bye-bye to the Wii U and 3DS. We hardly knew ye. I couldn't do it alone. I have, of course, the talented July Diaz on the show. Hello, July.
Hello. Thanks for having me on this somber,
mournful
week. As you know, you just shared what's happening, but also something else happened. As you know, not to jump ahead into sort of the news portion of the show, but
sure.
Something happened in the world that only happens like every several years or so, and everyone sort of gathers and gets their special glasses and looks up into the sky. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, the passing of O.J. Simpson.
Why July? It's July.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah, it's your 2024 sound effect. You haven't heard it yet because the when you were first on the show at the beginning of the year, we were doing a terrible series on Tekken, just a god awful series on Tekken that no one liked. And then later, my sound effect board wasn't working when you came back on the show. So now it's April. You've been on the show several times, but you're finally getting to hear your 2024 sound effect.
Why July? It's July.
What is that from?
Like,
I can't even.
Which part?
The second part.
It's the game over sting from Wrecking Crew.
Oh, which just got added to
part of the news we'll get into maybe a little later, but Wrecking Crew 98.
Yeah.
I'm a big Wrecking Crew fan.
I've never played it. It looks interesting. I did see a screenshot online that I guess it's a Super Nintendo game, but it has, I guess, images from Mario 64 in it. That's what I saw.
It's apparently came out in 1998.
Yeah.
Which is that seems like a late Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
But maybe they put some Mario 64 stuff.
Yeah, Peach's Castle appears, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I definitely, I'm a big Wrecking Crew fan. I think that game loop is just so fun. Good arcade fun.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to check it out later today then.
Yeah. Well, look, we'll get into the main event a bit later about the Wii 2 and the 3DS and you know our memories with that and saying goodbye to them. You know,
right.
Like it's been years since they announced that the shops were closing down. But what I didn't realize is that once those shops close down, we actually have to discard our consoles.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I got an email from Nintendo that was like, thank you for playing. Essentially, go to your waste bin, your local waste bin or your local recycling hub and sort of just give them all of the, all your consoles and software and all of their peripherals if you have any or attachments. And it was sad to say goodbye. It was sad to see them go. It was sad to hand those things over, knowing I would never be able to play those again.
Interesting. Yeah, because I got a different email from Nintendo, and it said to package them up
Mhm.
and send them to. Let me look at my email exactly to get the
Yeah.
name right here. Jeffrey Epstein Island.
Yeah. I guess they're turning that island into a big game spot, like a game place.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's I don't know, some sort of hub,
Yeah.
new like arcade.
It's a big world arcade
Mm-hmm.
they're building, which I like. I always respect that when folks are sort of taking it back.
Yes.
You know, say there's a bad word out there and you want to take it back to mean something different.
Ooh, yeah. What's a bad word?
I can't think of any.
I can't. Yeah.
But that's happened.
Sure.
And or if we're like a concept out there that's typically very offensive, you want to take it back.
Yeah. What's a bad concept? I can't think of any.
Look, I have a question for you.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Please.
But what have you been playing, if anything?
So, since last we have spoken, I have played BioShock for our games club, as per usual. And then I've also played a little bit of Mario Golf and Mario Tennis on the Switch Online.
Oh.
And so I played a couple rounds of those two games, and I gotta say, pretty difficult.
Oh, like the people were good that you were playing against.
Yeah.
What made you want to dig those out and turn them on?
Oh, well, I think at the time of recording the last one we did, they had just maybe got added. I think they were freshly added, so I just wanted to check. I like just checking out some of the new additions to Switch Online.
Wait, those are Game Boy games?
Yes,
the Game Boy ones?
games.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah. I thought you were putting on like Tennis Aces and Super Golf Rush or whatever.
Oh, no. It's been a minute since I played those, but those seem a little bit more forgiving difficulty-wise as opposed to these Game Boy ones.
That's really cool, though, that we can now play those games online against other people.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
That's great. What's
What
the
have you
most
been playing?
fun? Well, I finally said goodbye to Tifa and Barrett.
Wow.
And Cloud and Kate Sith. 1:30 a.m. last night I rolled credits on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, folks. I'm going to give myself one of these.
From Wrecking Crew.
And now it's now it's about figuring out what my life is after that,
I see. Yeah.
Sort of what I kind of have to think about what I've done and sort of come to terms with what I just did. I clocked in at 115 hours on it. Yeah, they're not too shabby.
Yeah.
That's a long chunk of time.
The sketch open mic, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was all 115 hours were great. Towards the end, if there was something I did want to do, I started skipping stuff. So I didn't 100% it per se. There were some final challenges that were a little steep.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had to bang my head against the wall.
Sure.
A little bit. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kind of leave the game.
That was the part. That was one of the mini games. Is now
bang
you
your
have
head.
to bang.
Yeah. And it was fucked up. It was brutal. You had to
it sounds like it. Yeah.
brick wall. You had to hit your head against a brick wall, and it
Jeez.
made you do it. Like the PS5 controller knew if you weren't physically doing it.
And it lets out some words of, I guess, encouragement, but it could come across as bossy.
A little manipulative. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like, what, do you got a little tiny wiener? You're not going to bang your head against the wall? Your wiener's so small you won't do it?
What are you, the Wiener Schnitzel mascot? You little wiener amorphous
Yeah.
wiener guy?
Yeah, what are you, a big old amorphous wiener with a tiny wiener attached? Yeah, it was stuff like that, and it was hurtful, and so I decided to skip that mission though, and yesterday I didn't have a day off, but I, just sort of had a light work day.
Oh,
so,
you played hooky.
well,
you don't have to say you played hooky. I get it.
Well, you're saying it, and when you say it, and say my boss was listening, would be bad. It would be bad for everybody. No, I just had a
Oh,
lighter...
sorry. You didn't play hooky. You played what's another Cookie. It's a completely different.
Yeah, Cookie. It's different. And I played like 8 hours yesterday. I just had it on all day. Would pause it and go eat lunch or
Nice.
go walk the dog, and so was just very dedicated to, like, I know I'm in the last chapter. I want to finish. And it was great. It was really, really great. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm trying to get Connor McCabe to let me do a co-op episode.
He's a hard guy to pin down. He's always busy.
It's tough. It's tough to get a hold of him, but I'm trying, and hopefully we can have something like that for you. Yeah.
Can I talk off mic real quick to you about that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
And this is off mic. Okay,
off
so
mic, yeah.
we're gonna cut this out. So this
Cut
is
out.
you and me. Yeah.
Yeah, just you and I. No one else. No one can hear.
I haven't heard from Connor in like 2 months. Is he okay?
I wish I could tell you. I actually don't know. I haven't heard from him in the same amount of time. Suspiciously, it was when he decided to finally get his flashlight and his bindle out and go into the woods.
Oh yeah, he did tell me about his sort of
He kept calling it an adventure of a lifetime.
adventure of a lifetime. Also, he called it his solo Boy Scout mission, which I don't know what that means.
He kept calling it Wolf Scout. He was going on his Wolf Scout meeting.
He said he was gonna go hunt wolves.
Yeah. In the adventure of a lifetime. He had a bindle with like a bologna sandwich in it and some toys.
Yeah, and the way he described these toys just seemed not useful for whatever he was trying to do out there. They just seemed like Lego sets that he brought with him.
2 Lego sets, an action figure, and a race car, and then a bologna sandwich. 1.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 months. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we need to go in there after him.
I don't know, but he kept mentioning how, like, don't tell his parents that he's doing this, and he would get in big trouble and get grounded.
Yeah. And I said, will you at least going to bring your cell phone? He said, no, I'm going Flintstone style. So I guess that means no cell phone and barefoot.
Barefoot, some sort of like toga dress with animal print on it that he was wearing.
Yeah, and a tie.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, Connor, if you are listening to the show, just know your friends are worried.
Yes, we're back on mic. Yes, we're worried about you.
Come home. We're back on mic now. Come home, Connor. If you're out there, you're listening. And if you can't hear this and you hear it in the future when you're already home, just disregard it.
Yeah, disregard this. If you're home already, hey, great to see you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, great to have you back.
Those feet, man, what blisters are on them.
Yeah, those feet are looking nice. That's what Tarantino might say.
Oh, sure. He loves all kinds of feet, yes.
Yeah, he love a defeat.
Do you think Tarantino likes a nice clean foot or a really a foot that has character? It's very dirty.
This is a great question. I think that Tarantino, if the movies are to be believed, likes a dirty foot.
Yes, I think so.
Likes a dirty, stinky foot that's seen at better days.
Oh yeah.
What kind of foot are you more into? Are you more into a clean or dirty or?
I like the foot. I don't know if you know what I'm about to reference, but there's like a now defunct sign on Sunset Boulevard of a foot that's into like crutches, and he looks sort of beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a signage for like a doctor's office.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's there anymore. So that's the kind of foot I like.
I like that foot too, yeah. But the kind of foot though is like my ultimate kind of foot is the Foot Clan from Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, yes. Which love those games.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we should probably get into the news just so we can kind of talk through some of this stuff. It's coming out soon, actually. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade: Wrath of the Mutants. This is like in the Nickelodeon, looks like the 3D style of animation.
Oh, okay.
Turtles. Do we like those turtles? I don't
Interesting.
know.
Well, I recently watched a Nickelodeon documentary where it seemed like they had a rough go on it. So I want to just support my turtles in every way, fashion, and form I can. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say I like them.
Yeah. That's good. That's safe. Okay, let's see. We have some new releases. Let's Revolution came out on all consoles, and that is Let's ! Revolution !
Is that sort of a Dance Dance Revolution spin-off?
Yeah, but it's a strategy puzzle game.
Okay, so they're really changing it up from the original gameplay. Yeah. Okay.
It's now Revolution doesn't just mean like spinning. Revolution means like I think it's political now. And I don't like to get political on this
I don't like getting political either. Yeah,
I don't really like to get political, so I'm just going to stay out of it.
Me too.
Slave Zero X on Nintendo Switch came out.
Is this a zombie game?
Yeah, it seems to be in the genre of action.
Okay.
Mature. Rated M for mature.
Okay.
Outer Terror came out. And this game looks sweet. It's also genre action.
I see. Okay. I thought it was a plastic surgery based game.
No. Industry rating is teen.
Oh, okay.
T for teen, I think. Yeah. Here's something kind of exciting. Dave the Diver is a game that came out last year. A lot of people liked. It's going to be on PlayStation Plus or Now or whatever. It's going to be on the
Oh, great.
PlayStation's Game Pass thing.
Amazing. Have you played that yet?
No, but I think I'm going to give it a shot because
I think I will too.
Free is a good number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of Final Fantasy VII, Square Enix hopes to develop Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 in about 3 years.
Interesting. So they're going to wait 3 years to get started? I guess that makes sense.
That's sort of what it sounds like, but I actually think the headline's written weird. I think it's going to take 3 years starting.
Oh, I see.
Now, yeah.
Got it. They got I think that's a healthy amount of time, right?
Yeah.
For all the content that is in these games, as I know from you playing them and hearing about it.
It seems like it's going to be the biggest one, potentially, of them all. This one was pretty huge. It was the size of like a Witcher 3 kind of a game.
Wow, okay. And still we hear no updates on the next Kingdom Hearts game. That's still in development.
Well, I'm kind of the mind of, look, can we just sort of mash these together somehow? Can we just sort of make the next Final Fantasy VII, the next Kingdom Hearts? We're already dealing with multiple timelines. Let's just start to weave them all together.
I like that.
Yeah.
That way we can bring in some older Disney properties that maybe we haven't seen in a long time to be a part of these universes, like
Baloo.
Song of the South. Baloo.
Mm-hmm. Baloo, Song of the South. Yeah. Zorro. Mm-hmm. There's a lot that they haven't gotten in there. Escape to Witch Mountain.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess everything that's also new to Disney counts too, which I don't know if
Yeah.
you've been following this, but now Hulu and Disney are combined. So I think, all the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows are in there.
Yeah. Disney should finally do their own Smash Brothers, don't you think?
Yes, they should.
They should
Yeah.
have like Mickey, vampires from What We Should Do in the Shadows. The
Sons of Anarchy.
The Sons of Anarchy. The entire cast of the show Candy, starring Jessica Biel.
Yeah, the show we all know and love, Candy.
Yeah, Melanie Lewinsky and Justin Timberlake and
Melanie Lewinsky, Monica Lewinsky from that. I'm sure she appeared as a character on some show, maybe like The People versus OJ or something. That's probably on Hulu now.
Yeah. People versus all the cast of that too.
All the cast of all that.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, that's not a Hulu show.
Sure.
But it is a Hulu show. Bob's Burgers.
Oh, it is. Yeah, so we can get the titular Bob. That's not his name though, right? Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Is it not?
I
never really watched that show.
I watched a couple episodes, but I can't remember if his name is not Bob and that's just like the name of the restaurant.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Oh, Nintendo did add these 3 games to the Switch Online. We've kind of gotten behind. I used to like to update, on the show, like when this would happen. And I've gotten kind of behind. A lot of like stuff has snuck through. Like I saw like Blast Corps is now on the N64 one. But these games are, people are just gonna are like complaining a lot online. I see they're complaining about how these games are like, what are these games? We never even heard of these. This is not what we wanted at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys make these games up?
Yeah. Did you guys? Are these ROM hacks that you're just putting out there? We have Wrecking Crew 98, which is I think it's just like a follow up to the NES Wrecking Crew game, which is also on Nintendo Switch Online. The Amazing Hebereki, which I've never heard of before. Looked pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Had some kind of fun, almost like a. You ever play that game Power Stone?
I have, yes.
Almost looks like kind of like that.
At Connor McCabe's place, I've played that.
And Super R-Type, which is a shooter, just like a side-scrolling or a shooter, shoot 'em up.
Love it. Yeah, shoot 'em up. I love a good shoot 'em up.
And I played Super R-Type. It's cool. I don't really have any opinion about this anymore. I used to have a strong opinion about like what games come out on these things, but it's been so long since I've really.
Can I talk off mic with you
sure.
real quick?
Yeah.
Jeremy, what's going on? You don't have no opinions on these anymore?
Well, I mean, now I have like I have like better ways of playing these games. So
okay.
I don't need, like, when they come out, I don't need to play them there. I have, like, I got, like, a way to play old Game Boy games.
Sure.
And I can play the entire library. I don't have to, like, just play these select amount of
I see. So you're kind of like the 1% now, is what you're saying.
I mean, it turns out if you work really hard.
Sure.
And you don't really care whose neck you step on, you can actually get to being a part of the 1% if that's what you want. But yeah, I got there through basically just buying garbage that'll allow me to play these old games, A lot of people get there by like starting big companies and
Sure.
becoming huge billionaires. I got there by buying retro game consoles.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's fair enough. All right, we can go back on mic.
What is the Rogue Prince of Persia?
That's I think you're pronouncing it wrong. I think it's the Rouge Prince of Persia.
Yeah, it's Evil Empire is the name of the developer, and they're putting out a call for alpha testers for its upcoming Prince of Persia roguelite.
Ooh.
But this game, it looks really cool. Like the animation looks very, very cool in it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
looking
play
at
that
it, yeah.
recent Prince of Persia game. Did you play that?
I did not. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it in regards to how well it plays and whatnot. But yeah,
Is Prince of Persia back?
I think he might be back.
Is he back, baby? Is Jake Gyllenhaal back?
Yeah, I'm looking at this game now. I think they really got to capture the Jake Gyllenhaal look in this artwork.
Yeah. He looks just like the Jake Gyllenhaal Prince of Persia. Okay, and then of course, lastly, Stellar Blade fans were asked to go easy on its demo, which is almost twice as popular as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's demo.
Wow.
50 hours of demo play.
50 hours?
Yeah. The demo has been popular, attracting a peak of 690,000 daily active users.
Oh, I think
Wow.
I'm looking at some images here. I think I know why it's so popular.
Uh-oh. And I think I see why, too.
Yes, there's something we call in the video game business as we refer it as jiggle mechanics.
Jiggle
and
physics.
Jiggle physics, yeah. And I think that's what is making this game popular.
There's something in the gaming world that we often call hubba hubba happening here.
Yeah, there's something in this world of game we like to call hummina.
Hummina, yeah. There's something in like the gaming space that's different than the regular world. We do this thing where our tongues fall out of our mouth and then we hit our head with a hammer.
There's something in this place of old blockbuster style rental video game place where we go and we peruse an aisle and kind of figure out which game we want, and then we see that it's actually rented out, and so we go for their second choice, and we get a big old pistol and we just shoot ourselves in the head because of the mechanics of the game were so auga ooga.
Yeah, right. And we got such a big chubby wubby when we saw it.
Big chubby wubby, it goes all over the place and it covers the screen, and then we can't see what we're playing anymore.
Yeah, and then what's the point? If you can't even see what you're playing,
what's the point?
So
50 hours of that?
Yeah, I guess so. 50 hours of that. And
wow.
Look, my recorded maximum time being in complete hubba mode, 30 minutes. So
interesting. For me, it's about one really long minute and then about 29 minutes of sadness.
Yeah, 1 minute that feels like the length of a Bible, and then and then 20 very short minutes of sadness.
Yeah, and then when we say like that feels like a Bible, it feels like we're speaking in tongues. You know, when you get that spiritual like being in you, and you just start like
Hummina. Yeah. It's gonna take a miracle to make this chubby wubby go away, you know? And that's why I'm staying clean away from Stellar.
Yeah,
What's
you
it
won't.
called? Stellar Blade. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
staying
What's
clean
this?
away.
What's this called?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I stay away from this Stellar
what's
Blade.
this called? I'm putting my glasses at the tip of my nose. And
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at it. What's this called? It's called
Hmm.
Stellar Blade.
Hmm.
Fans asked to go easy. You can ask me to just go back to church. How about that?
Yes,
that
yes, I'm going to
I can pray
church.
for my sins a bit on the Stellar Blade.
Hey, Father. I haven't sinned. My last confession.
Not yet.
My last confession. I can't remember when, but I'm so sorry about that. But I just want to let you know there's this game out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Stellar Blade, and I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of different patrons of the church coming to you and giving confessions that things happened while they were playing this game, and I just want to give you a heads up.
Yeah. What?
And then this is the father speaking. He's like, "Thank you, my son.
Yes.
If I can give you a confession, I've actually have been playing the game, and I need to confess to you."
Oh my God, that's a twist.
Yeah, and then he says, "I got a chubby whoopee."
I hate when my priest gets a chubby wubby.
It's awful. It's just I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to hear. Because also I'm like thinking of him as such a godly, almost like father figure, and the idea of my father having a chubby wubby just.
It's interesting. I never thought of my father at church as sort of a father figure. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I think dads should only have a chubby wubby once in their life, and it's when they're having you.
Yes, only me, not
Yeah.
my siblings.
Oh.
I want them super soft.
A
When
softy
they had them.
wafty when
A
they
softy
have them.
wafty, yes.
Yeah.
A stinky winky, even.
Okay, we got to get out of the news.
Wait.
we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to eulogize the beautiful baby boy and girl Wii U 3DS. Wii U boy, 3DS is girl.
Wii U, Wii U.
Wii U, Wii U. Wii U, forget about me. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Video Games and Comedy Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Schmidt. I'm here with July Diaz. Hello, July.
Hello, Jeremy. Hello, nurse.
Hello, nerds.
Hello, nerds.
Hello, nerds.
My favorite candy.
So yeah, as of I guess last week, the 3DS and the Wii U shops have closed down.
Yeah.
For good.
Sad.
It's been a while since you could make purchases on them already.
Hashtag sad.
You had to use your I think you had to use like a gift card or something to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, all that's over.
Initiating sad mode.
Yeah, let's fully initiate sad mode here. It sounds a little bit like this. Sad mode initiated with wolf howl in the back. Yeah. Yeah, that's us sort of being sad. Yeah, see, sad mode fully initiated here.
And I know what you're thinking. Connor. This is taking you back from when you went out into the woods.
That's not what this is intended to do. It's not intended
not.
to trigger you from when you had to go hunt, And remember, Connor, you wanted to do that.
You wanted to do that.
That was your choice to go on an adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about, I think specifically the 3DS a little more lately. I do like the Wii U, but
Wii U.
I actually do still have my Wii U hooked up.
Oh, you do?
I
What
do.
was the last thing you played on that?
Well, I keep thinking I'm gonna finally finish that Star Fox Zero game that came out for it, because I keep thinking like it's not that bad. Come on, it's not that bad. Like it's not really that bad. And yeah, it's not that bad, but it's also not that good.
Sure.
But the 3DS I was quite fond of.
Me too. I love my 3DS.
Yeah. And I'm I guess the first thing we should ask, and we're asking each other, but then also the listener, I'm very curious. Is that slider all the way up, or you got that thing all the way down?
It depends on the game. So when we were doing the Zelda Games Club, when I was playing through Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on
Majora.
Ocarina. Mask.
A mask.
You come in here on the day of my daughter's wedding.
An ocarina. A Costanza.
Baby Tyler Schnub.
Yeah. So
it was all the way up for those games.
Yeah, all the way up, pointed high in the sky.
As the great Fat Joe once said, all the way up.
All the way up. Yeah, I would always keep that thing up.
All the way up.
All the way up.
All the way up.
I would try to keep that thing up if it was a game that really utilized it. A lot of games didn't, though.
Yeah.
I think the last Pokemon decided to not do anything with it, and
which
that
I think
being
is a
Sun and
missed
Moon.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I want to see those Pokemon in, 3 dimensions popping out of the screen.
Yeah, having my eyeballs sort of melting a little bit as I'm like looking at the fake 3D effect, which
yeah, I want the redness of my eyes to really pop.
Yeah, suddenly my eyes become dry as sand as I'm watching.
I want people to sort of walk by me and think, is that guy smoking that good stuff right now? No, I'm just been playing my 3DS on high mode.
Yeah. I'm not getting rip torn over here. I'm actually getting high on the supply of 3DS software I have.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess we can still play our old games on there, unless you're me and you got that email from Nintendo telling you to go discard your system, right away.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: is there anything that, like, now that the 3DS is like offline, that you're gonna miss, or Wii U?
That's a great question. I am going to miss just so this is what I like to call you ever go to a mall and just window shop?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Okay, so like a long time ago, someone like broke into my house.
If the mall does have like a window store.
Thank you. So that's what I was going to say. Someone broke into my house, broke a window, and so I had to go to the mall and purchase a window. And that's what I like to do on the 3DS and the Wii U, is sort of just peruse the selections and think about, ooh, wouldn't it be fun to play Pokemon Yellow?
Yeah.
Again,
right.
And you have the option to just purchase and play, and also there is something soothing about those like menus and hearing the specialized song for those shop channels. And I'm gonna miss that. Honestly, I'm gonna miss that.
I would always be on those shops looking at games. I remember one game was like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga or something.
Yes, great game.
And always being like, am I a Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga guy?
Mm-hmm.
And I never bought it, but like I would always look at it and I'd kind of like, how much is it? Full price.
Yeah.
Sort of rubbing my chin a little bit, trying to figure out if I'm a Mario Superstar guy.
Yeah, not a lot of people know this, but you kind of, at that time, you grew out a little like
Soul patch.
So you were
Yeah.
kind of grooming yourself too while you were rubbing your chin.
I was grooming myself in every definition of that word. Definitely.
Every definition?
In every definition of that phrase, sort of grooming myself.
Huh.
And using my soul patch to do that.
That's not okay.
What about here? I'm gonna throw a game out there, and you tell me if you give a shit.
Okay.
Because I always thought this was kind of a cool thing about
Mhm.
the 3DS. Super Smash Brothers 3DS.
Dude, I got that night one. This is back when I would used to go to GameStop midnight releases.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Out there with the Mountain Dew breath.
Yeah, this is you knew about that, right? I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
Everybody did in those
Yeah.
lines to stay
Code
up.
Red. Code Red.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just sort of the waft of Mountain Dew breath in the air, the cold, brisk night, the howls of the wolves coming from the woods.
Yeah, sounding a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I picked that game up, and I very much enjoyed that version of the game on the 3DS. It was, at the time, like, sort of mind-blowing to see this, get a portable version of this game that I love. Yeah.
It was so cool to like have that in the palm of your hand. And I mean, now obviously it's feels like just a rite of passage because we have the Switch and whatnot. But the fact that you had the two versions too, you had like the Wii U big version, then you had sort of and they could play together online, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So cool. So cool.
Well,
so I guess I do give a shit about that.
I guess, but it's not. I mean,
to answer your question,
I doubt you were.
I gave a shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. And but it's not like you were playing it though.
What do you mean?
Recently.
Oh no, not recently. I actually, this happens to me. I don't know if this happens to you. Are you good about knowing where all your games are at all times?
Well, I'm pretty organized. I got them on the shelf here.
Yeah.
All lined up on a shelf, you know?
I feel like this is, and this is a shout out for all the people that have moved out there.
Oh, yeah. All you movers out there.
All you movers out there, write in, tell us what you feel about this.
Yeah.
If this rings true for you. In the few times that I've moved, sometimes games just get misplaced, and it could be the classic, I put the game in a different case because I was playing that game, and so instead of putting it in its original case, I just put it in that one, and things get misplaced and lost, and so I don't know where my copy of Smash Brothers 3DS is currently.
That would always happen with me with like games and my season 1 and 1 and 2 of Family Guy on DVD, where you would just open that thing up and it'd be like a bunch of PS2 games in there instead, and then like where are the Family Guy discs? Because I was always watching Family Guy on my PS2.
Oh yeah. I had the Family Guy UMDs.
Oh,
so that's what I would.
Yeah. You were watching those on your PSP.
My PSP.
Yeah.
Hey, family, gather around the PSP. Let's watch some Family Guy season 1.
Anybody want to watch Family Guy season 1 on my PSP?
Yeah.
Well, there are some. I really don't know. I mean, I guess there's Mario Kart. There's Animal Crossing. There's other games that used online functionality on the 3DS, which I feel like worked okay. Pretty okay, Some of the stuff that's going to be remaining, though, is like the Pokemon stuff. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
good.
we can still transfer our Pokemons
good,
from our
good.
3DSs. Yeah, and there's stuff like, Mario Maker.
Yes. I never played the ports on 3DS, but I have played the Wii U. version and the Switch version.
Which some people think that one's the best version, is that Wii U version, because the gamepad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I bought the Wii U twice.
You did?
Life. I did. I bought it once when it kind of was new, and then once when I moved to LA, and my niece wanted to keep my Wii U because she was really into Splatoon. So I was like, well, I'll buy a new one. And I guess I really liked that console, even though it kind of sucked.
I will say, going back to that console in the last couple years or so, that gamepad does not stand the test of time. Even the smallest bit of dust on the screen completely makes it unusable unless you really get in there in the nooks and crannies and clean it up.
Yeah, I actually completely agree. And also the thumbsticks will get sticky.
Yes.
And it just becomes a mess, a big mess. And it does feel like a leapfrog sort of contraption.
It does. It makes you feel like you're playing, you're like a kindergartner learning how to spell or something.
Yeah, learning how to read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I had some good times on that. A lot of those good experiences are now on the Switch. So
hey mom, what am I doing? I'm just learning how to read on my Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
really?
Mom.
What are you reading? A Stellar Blade. I'm reading Stellar Blade.
Yeah, I'm reading Bayonetta 2. I'm reading I'm learning how to read Bayonetta 2 basically.
Oh, what am I reading? I'm reading Dead or Alive. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah. I'm learning how to read with Nintendo's Sydney Sweeney simulator.
Oh, there's a simulator for Sydney Sweeney. This is the mom talking now. Oh, okay. I'd like to try that out sometime too.
No, you can't.
Okay.
You mustn't. You can't. You can't look. Don't look at the screens. At any of the screens. Any of the two screens.
Okay, boys will be boys, I guess.
Boys will be boys. And I didn't imagine this would be a hornier episode than most of them, so I just want to apologize out there if you were innocently turning on this program thinking, well, they can't possibly turn this episode into something disgusting. So what were some of your...
Can I talk off mic with you real quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
okay.
let's hear. Yeah.
Jeremy, what the hell? You're
Huh?
pandering to your audience now? You're giving apologies halfway through?
I don't pander. No way do I pander. I never
You are
pander.
totally kung fu pandering right now.
I'm not kung fu pandering at all. I'm reverse skadooshing back out to my audience just to let them know in case they... But it's not pandering. Pandering would be like if I was like, we can't talk about horny stuff.
Okay. I see. Okay, so
I'm
you're just...
apologizing to the very large portion of my fans who are Christians.
Oh, you got a large portion. But we did some Christian
Most
stuff.
of
We
them.
remember we did the whole thing with the priest who got the big old
chubby
boner,
wubby.
the chubby
Yeah.
wubby. Yeah. They don't like that.
No, they don't like that because it's portraying the priests in a way that makes them seem like they have genitals, which is illegal for priests.
So you're saying to me, this is something I just learned in this moment.
Yeah.
They think of priests as sort of like Ken dolls.
Yeah. And they would prefer if the priest would do the Ken stuff from the movie.
Oh, like that song, like
yeah,
I'm just
do the
Ken?
song. Yeah, I'm just Ken. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I'm
Okay,
not.
we could-
Look, I didn't invent the religion. That was Marvel and Disney.
Interesting, because I was under the impression that you had something to do with the religion, the making of it.
No, that's a rumor.
Okay, rumor Willis. Okay,
That's
we
a
can go back
rumor,
on
Willis.
mic. We can go back on mic.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you, what are some of your favorite Wii U games? What's something that you might have played on the Wii U back in the day?
So, Yeah, this I'm trying to remember when I got the Wii U originally. I think it was during that time, and correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Wasn't there a whole thing when Twilight Princess came out? They did a double release for GameCube and the Wii U. Am
And
I
the
wrong about that?
Wii.
Or the Wii and the Wii. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I got the Wii pretty late, and I must have gotten the Wii U first before getting the Wii. I think this is right. I think this is how late I skipped a generation, because at that time I was a big 360 person.
So you weren't Wii bowling and stuff.
No. It wasn't until I got the Wii U that I was doing that stuff, and then later I picked up a Wii.
Oh, interesting. But if you had a Wii U that had a Wii in it.
Yes. So that's when
that's how you're playing the Wii games.
Yes. So take it back to the Twilight Princess thing. I was running it back.
Yeah.
Just like our fallen hero OJ.
Yes, yeah. I will say that Naked Gun clip of him getting shot and then running into everything in the room is
it's
one of the
so
funniest
good.
scenes I've ever seen of all time. Like specifically when his arm hits the wall and there's paint on it. Like it's not even something that hurts. It's just it's like makes you upset, you know?
Yes, so good. Hey, we have to give it up. Very good actor. A good actor.
Very talented.
He's sort of up there in my Mount Rushmore of actors, next to Sydney Sweeney, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, so it's Sydney Sweeney, Dakota Johnson, O.J. Simpson, and who? Who else in that dream team?
I guess Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he's good.
He's really good. He's actually the least talented of the other ones, but I want to put
four,
yeah. But yeah.
But it feels like he deserves to be up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because did he not play? He played Lincoln, right?
Yeah, Abraham.
Good. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, someone who played a president should definitely be up there on a Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah, that's just a slam dunk. And
yes.
and put him in his outfit, like his Lincoln outfit when you do that.
Yes, put him in the outfit.
Yeah.
And don't let anybody else know that is Daniel Day-Lewis in an outfit.
Do Lincoln up there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sydney
But we
Sweeney,
know
Dakota Johnson, O.J. Simpson, and Lincoln.
Yes.
All in one go. Yeah.
Yes. And they should put that in Vegas.
Right.
Sort of as like, you know how they have the Eiffel Tower there in Statue of Liberty City. Yeah.
And also O.J. Simpson up there is Cuba Gooding Jr. playing O.J. Simpson.
Yes. And instead of Sydney Sweeney up there, it's Glenn Powell dressed up as...
Sure. When he played her. Yeah.
Or sorry, Chloe Fineman or something.
Easy. That's
easy.
Yeah, Chloe Fineman, yeah. And maybe Chloe Fineman's also Dakota Johnson.
Yes, I think in a dual role. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, if you think about it, Chloe Fineman's one of the best actors of all time.
Yeah, should it just be Chloe Fineman up there 4 times? But dressed up as Lincoln for one of them, dressed up as Sydney.
Yeah,
and
right.
The other,
right. Yeah.
And the other 2.
So wait, what game were you gonna say? What games you liked for Wii U?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Just to run it back to.
Yeah, run it back.
So when Twilight Princess got announced, I was like, this is my thoughts way back when.
Right.
I'm running it back.
Okay.
I was so upset about Wind Waker because I was not on board with the
eyes too big
eye. I was like, what is this freaking
Tim Burton
movie?
Yeah.
Give me those small eye Link that I know and love.
Tiny eyes. I want your eyes to go the opposite direction. I want you to go so small and beady.
Give me those Betty Davis tiny eyes.
Link's got Betty Davis eyes.
And so when Twilight Princess got announced, I was like, yes, finally we get the
tiny eyes. Yes,
we get the tiny eyes, big old Stellar Blade jiggle mechanics. This is the Link I
Linda's
want.
got that Stellar Blade butt.
Yes, this is the game I want.
Yes.
And so I originally got it for the GameCube because I also was listen. This was a different time.
It was a different time. We have to acknowledge that.
We have to acknowledge that. 9/11 maybe just happened.
9/11 happened only 13 years prior. So
it had just happened.
It just happened. In my mind, it still has just happened.
Yes. So I was really I just couldn't see myself using the Wii controllers or the Wii U controllers for that game. I wanted to play it on a standard controller.
Yeah.
And so originally I picked that game up on GameCube, and then later I picked it up on Wii U.
Yeah.
And I grew to really love that Wii U for that purpose.
So Twilight Princess, the HD remake on Wii U is the one and that one's really great. And the GameCube one's really great. The only one I don't think I love to death is the Wii version. Just because of the motion controls.
Yeah, it's tough. And that's why originally I was kind of I was anti it, but now I have grown to sort of accept it.
Yeah. I would like to finish that Twilight Princess on HD remake on the Wii U.
Oh, you never finished it?
No, I mean I've played the game before, but I have only started it on Wii U, and I like that game quite a bit, and it's one of the ones that I have a hard time remembering all the stuff that happens in it. So it'd be a fun one to go back to. But I always thought they were going to put it on Switch, and then they just never did.
I thought so too. At this point, put everything on the Switch. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say maybe they're gonna do like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess as like launch Switch 2 games. That would be like kind of a nice.
That'd
even
be a
though
no-brainer.
They're old, it would be like, but that's still fun to play.
Yeah, of course.
I would do it.
They should do that, especially because they did do Skyward Sword. And it's like, come on. What are we doing?
Come on.
So I played that on the Wii U. I also liked there was a Mario Bros. Wii U game.
Yeah,
right? New Super Mario Bros. I played a bunch of that. Love that.
A lot of that too.
I did play Splatoon on that.
I did like it too. I loved it. So many weird Splatoon. I don't think gets enough credit for being so original and like having such an original vibe.
Love Splatoon. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And what's her name? Stinky?
Stinky, yeah.
Squidward?
For the listeners, I'm showing my amiibo of Stinky Squidward, one of the Inklings.
One of the titular Inklings.
Yes.
I remember finding the single player mode in Splatoon. Ooh, that's really cool. Is that an amiibo as well?
Yes, it's amiibo, yeah.
Wow. It's
I'm
big.
showing
what is that called?
Mushroom head?
But yeah. Looks like a sort of a green dong.
Okay, and you apologize for and then you have that filth come out of your mouth.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Oh, and there he is. His name is I think Squid Billy.
Squid Billy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, sorry. This is Squid Billy and the other one's Squid Mandy.
Squid Mandy. Yeah. Well, I really liked let's see. There was I'm like looking at my collection. Xenoblade Chronicles X. was a game that came out on that. Yeah, it's in that franchise of games, but it takes place in like the future. So it's like a different take on the Xenoblade
I see.
Chronicles games, but it's stuck on Wii U. It still has never been ported anywhere else. That game. It's a massive, huge, beautiful
Really?
RPG. Yeah, it's great. Obviously had the best time with Super Mario 3D World.
Oh yeah. I
With the
played a little bit of that
cats.
too. Yes,
Put it on my cat suit.
Love the cat suits.
Yeah. Mario looking like Michelle Pfeiffer in that thing.
Oh yeah.
Snatched. Him pretty snatched.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they were
Getting his
to
little bitty
redo,
jeans in there.
if they were to redo that movie, or if someone out there can do some Photoshop and
Should
put
be some AI art.
AI art, someone quick pull up your AI, whatever it is, and put
Yeah.
Mario in the cat suit
Mm-hmm.
in the Batman movie for us.
In the
please.
Batman movie, yeah. I want Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman suit, but Mario's face sticking out of it. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the heck out of that game. I played it till its wheels literally came off, and that was that.
Oh yeah.
I played all of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Oh, so yeah. I'm trying to
Isn't
think.
that nuts?
I think I also double dipped on that too. I think I had that on there and I had it on Switch.
It was I played it twice. I played it once on Wii U, once on Switch. Both times great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of amazing to think how expansive that game is, and it was able to play on the Wii U as well as the Switch.
It just makes me think that the Wii U and the Switch aren't too different, probably, in
Right.
like what they're able to do graphically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The 3DS though, I mean, there's oh wow. Is that an amiibo?
Yeah.
Dang, those are great.
I got this originally from, this is how long ago this was, when Toys R Us was still up and thriving.
Wow. With Jeffrey.
With Jeffrey the
Epstein.
Kaufman. Oh, yeah. Jeffrey the Epstein Kaufman.
Jeffrey, quotation, the Epstein Kaufman.
Yes.
He would not like that.
Yeah, so that was back in my old amiibo hunting days. Oh,
Mhm.
what a long... I had to travel to a couple different Toys R Us's to find that.
Yeah. It's I have now 3 amiibo sitting on my shelf. They are 2 different versions of Cloud and Sephiroth, and
yeah,
they're great. I didn't realize how detailed those amiibos were. They're incredibly well made.
They're great. Yeah, I just ordered a Cloud one because I never was able to pick one up when that was originally released. And I do have the Sephiroth one, and
Yeah, it's great.
Sephiroth
The
one looks
one's
great.
cool. It's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, they look great. I have 4 in total. I have an original Link.
Ooh.
But yeah, the 3DS I thought had a lot of great. Yeah, that
Sky?
one. Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff on there. I really enjoyed the 3DS. I really liked, Super Mario 3D Land.
Yes.
Link Between Worlds.
That's one I've never played. I never played that one.
It's excellent.
Yeah,
It's
I've
probably up there with one of my favorite Zeldas, Pokemon X and Y. I thought that was a great generation of Pokemon.
That's when I got
games.
back into Pokemon with X
Same.
and Y. Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. Great
I
little
love it,
handheld
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion game. There were a lot of great RPGs on that thing. What about those freaking Bravely Default games?
I never played those.
Wonderful. You have, of course, they at one point put Xenoblade Chronicles on the 3DS.
Now that's amazing because I know those games are pretty
Huge.
expensive. Yeah.
Huge. They put frickin' the dang Zeldas on there. They had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D on there.
Mm-hmm,
Great stuff. Kid Icarus, Uprising. Wonderful.
Yes.
But I don't think I played any game more, though, than Animal Crossing. New Leaf. That was a big one.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
It was a
Big
huge
one.
Yeah. Well, I guess, we're pouring one out.
Pour it out.
Over here. We're sad to see it go. We love to watch it.
We love to watch it leave.
But
with those jiggle mechanics, yeah.
We love to watch it leave when it looks so good leaving,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 50 hours worth of watching it leave.
Right. Yeah, 50 hours of the Stellar Blade lady, but instead of like a butt, it's like 2 3DSs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sort of every step it's like the clamshell is
slamming
up and down, yeah.
Yeah. Great stuff. Yeah, I will be yeah, it's weird. It's weird to me also too that we live in a time when Nintendo doesn't have two things, like a home console and a portable.
Oh, that is
it's
interesting.
Just the one console.
I guess because they finally did it. They merged the two, right?
They merged.
The home console became the portable console.
They did like what Goten and Trunks do.
Yes, they got a 3DS and a Wii U, and then they did that dance they do.
Yeah, and where they
put the two fingers on their two fingers.
And they become the Nintendo 3DU.
Yes.
Like a combined thing.
Yes, and then when the PISP did it, they put those little earrings on each side of a PlayStation and a PlayStation 2. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Now that it's offline, are you going to hack yours?
Oh, I thought that's a big no-no. I thought is it because it's offline now? Nintendo has no way to kind of shut you down now.
I just think that since it's offline, there's no reason to ever be online, so there's no reason for Nintendo to ever
see what's going on.
Find out that you did something dirty to your Wii U.
Interesting. I'll look into it. I'll see how.
Depends on how hard it is.
Yes, how many steps there are. Yeah.
Yeah. I did one time some nasty stuff to a Nintendo Wii, and it took me 3 days, and I was like, okay, this is I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it, but I wouldn't do it again.
But I've seen this Wii of yours, and I think honestly it was worth it.
It was worth it just to have a place to, play Hyper Grind Go or whatever that dog skateboarding game is.
But even I think it's called McGruff Pro Skater.
McGruff Pro Skater, yeah.
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 I think, though, just going back to the menu talk, I just love seeing all those titles sort of splayed like a bunch of, like a deck of cards, you know, splayed out, waiting for you to pick one and say, "Hey, is this your Wii game? Is
whatever
this your
you
Wii
want?"
game?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll hit random and just let it pick a random game to play.
I love when a magician says, like, "Hey, hit random on these cards."
Yeah. I love that close-up magic trick, but it's just all totally random and weird.
Yeah.
I'm
a random magician.
Yeah. It's like if a magician was written by Joss Whedon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think
we all know what that sounds like. You don't need to give an example.
A lot of like him being like, "Was this your card?" And then me being like, "Yeah," and him being like, "Well, that just happened."
Isn't that weird? That just happened.
Isn't that weird that just happened? I think that's it, though. I think there's not much more we can really say. You know,
No.
I'll be, I'm kind of looking at some. I've been on my 3DS a little bit more recently because I've been like looking at some DS stuff. Specifically, I was trying to play a little Super Princess Peach on there.
Yeah.
And,
Did you ever play it before, man?
No. I mean, it's really fun. It's a really fun game, and some of the Dragon Quests are on there. I really like those. I was in the wake of Toriyama's passing. I was kind of playing through some Dragon Quests and
fun.
Yeah. Having a good time. Love the clamshell aspect. Can't say enough good things about the 3DS. Wii U, I have less good things to say about, but still, stinking sweet.
Which version of the 3DS do you own? Because there's so many different versions of it.
I own two. I own like a beautiful midnight blue regular XL. And then I have a new Nintendo 3DS XL. Me and Connor bought ours off of the Fahey brothers because I think they were gifted them. And shout out to Joe Fahey.
Hey,
friend of the show. I think they were gifted these, and neither one of them played them ever.
Wow.
So they just had them lying around, and they were like, "You want these? We'll sell them." And they had two, and me and Connor just bought them.
Amazing.
Yeah, with the nub. I see in your background we have like one with a Super Famicom color button layout and the nub. That nub, I was actually playing a game that used the nub.
Really? I can't think of any game that I played that uses it. What game did you use it on?
It's a game called Monster Hunter Stories, which is sort of like a RPG, Monster Hunter RPG. But yeah, it was weird. It was just like kind of it works really, really well, but I had never like really used it before. But yeah, just shifted the camera around.
Oh, nice. Just to run it back real quick to the Fahey brothers. I like to imagine they were gifted these to sort of bring them together and kind of do activities together, and they both were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do this.
No, man,
come on,
Schmitty,
the Schmidtster."
All right, well, shout out to the Fahey brothers.
Shout out, we love you.
They're my second favorite brothers, just under the Mario brothers.
Yeah, my top brothers are Mario brothers, Fahey brothers, Duplass brothers,
the Fresh brothers,
the Fresh brothers, the Waynes brothers.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think.
Those are good. Yeah. Yeah. And then at the very bottom is just Brothers, the Tale of Two Sons.
Sure. And then below that is Four Brothers.
Yeah. And below that is Christian Brothers Automotive.
And below that is Bros.
Oh yeah. With
that movie.
I like it. It's with what's his name?
Billy on the Street.
Billy on the Street, yeah. Brother on the Street.
Brothers. That's what they should have done for that movie.
Brothers on the Street.
Brothers on the Street. They all should have been on the street.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think that's gonna do it for Video Games a Comedy Show. I've been your host, Jeremy Schmidt. July, what do you got to plug this week?
Nothing, man. No, I'll plug some stuff. So I want to plug. Let's see here. I want to plug. What do I want to plug? If you're in Los Angeles,
yes,
come visit the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Hollywood, and don't go see a show. Instead, get your phone out, download this podcast you're listening to now, and then scroll down and find the Roasted Mario, Roasted Donkey Kong episodes.
Absolutely.
Listen to those. Check out episodes of my podcast, Inside Video Games Classic. And then check out the the current Games Club on Super NPC Radio Patreon that we're doing together.
Oh yeah, that's been a fun one.
Yeah, lots of fun there. And you know what? Put your phone away. You're already at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater.
Yeah.
I hope you're there on a second Friday or a fourth Friday and check out
Ooh.
some shows that I do there with my group Menudo, and then have a good time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I'm going to plug some comedy stuff on here. In case you're in the
Good.
LA area and you want to go see me do some live comedy, you can either show up the last Wednesday of every month to see Mod Night, My Team Love Seat. Very fun. Jeff the Epstein Kaufman is on that team as well. You can see all of his work. You can also come
It's
to the
primarily about a specific topic that he likes to write about, but your guess is as good as mine as what that
Yeah.
is. You have to go and check out the show to find out.
New York finance.
Yes,
the
yes.
Yeah, that's the topic.
Mhm.
Also, the first Saturday of every month, we do late night monthly there. We just had we get some pretty good gets on that. We just had comedian John Daly on there doing a little
Great.
character.
Love it.
A little character on that. Very fun show. Also,
Wait,
you know,
did he do his character from Fallout, the TV series? That's a game thing.
Ooh, no, he didn't. Was he on that show?
He's on it. Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes. He's great.
That's cool. Yeah, no, he did a character that was like this British guy who was motivational speaking, but he's sort of like a rise and grind guy.
Johnny Doily.
Johnny Doily. Yeah.
Yes, we love him.
Yeah, Johnny Doily. Anyways, yeah, you can also go to the Patreon, patreon.com/supernpcradio, where you'll find a lot of bonus content from the makers of this show and others. But specifically, the BioShock Games Club is a very fun. We're having a lot of fun over there talking, a lot of great discussion about BioShock, the story, the gameplay, the environments. It's a good time. Check that out. Follow the show on Twitter at Ocarina of Crime. That's me on Twitter at Ocarina of Crime. Follow the show on Twitter at VGA Comedy Show. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Hey, real quick, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yes.
I see we've been off mic this whole time, actually.
We didn't go back on mic.
No, we didn't.
That's going to be a problem because this has to be in private.
Okay,
If we said off mic, we have to have done this in private. It has to be private.
So what do we do? Would we just bleep everything out?
It'll be
We
like
just
a
put
one long bleep.
bleep?
It'll feel like someone's flatlined a little bit.
Okay, I guess we got to do
Which
that.
honestly, the comedy in this episode, flatline.
I disagree. I think there's a lot of good jiggles.
That's
Not
true.
flat at all.
Not flat at all, baby. Stellar Blade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Bye bye. Take care. And God bless.